Hey, it's Shellcasing Kid, and this week I get to check out a property that was a farm and a farmhouse, but now the farm's being developed into townhouses, and the farmhouse is still, who knows what's going to happen to it, but they've already started moving a lot of earth around, and I fear for the worst. But I did get in there and get a chance to find some stuff, and I like what I found, and you're going to see that in a second, and I'm hoping I get a chance to get back, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do it. Anyway, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please take a second to subscribe, and that way you can keep track of my videos in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone. I just got a wheat scent from right here, and I'm swinging, and I got a 75 right there, and it's just laying on top. It looks like a watch fob. Oh, it's fancy. Oh, that is so neat. What do we got here? This is neat. This is a watch fob for sure. Not far from where I found that watch fob, and what do I have here? Man, that looks... I think it's a pen knife. Yeah, right, it's a pen knife. It's in good shape, though. Look at that. Pen knife is still intact. Probably mother of pearl, I bet. Okay, I got a coin in the hole right there, and it was kind of acting a little bit like an Indian with the numbers. So let's see what we got. Is it an Indian? What is this? Is this an Indian? Yes, it is an Indian. There's a 1 cent, and then that should be an Indian. I've stopped rubbing coins on my pants because I think it's bad for the coins. But I could tell from the numbers that this was an Indian. First it was coming up as a 67, then I break open the hole, and then it goes up to like an 80, high 70s, 80. But wait, here's another coin that was right by that Indian. It's coming up as a 75 though, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be a wheat cent. Or maybe it's not an, oh, it is. It's a button. You know what? This might be a Tomback button. Maybe? If it is, it's the first one I ever dug. No, that might say something on it. Oh no, I don't know. I'll have to clean it up when I get home. Maybe, who knows? But it's a button. Old flat button, so it'd be lead. Okay, so I'm right on the path between the old house right there. There's the old house. And then the barn is over in that direction, right over there. So people walking from the house to the barn would go right across here. That's where I found the Indian and the button, and I have another coin right there. I'm in trouble. I'm picking it up. There we go. What do we have? Oh, this is green. Oh, no doubt about it. Indian head. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Like I said, I'm not wiping anything on my pants these days. I'm just kind of cleaning them up with my thumb. 1865. Wow. Right? 65? Come on, come in clear. 65. Holy smokes. That's the year the Civil War ended. I wish I could see better. It's my oldest Indian. I do have a flying eagle, but that's my oldest Indian. Wow, that is fantastic find. Okay, just dug a shotgun shell. Oh, and I just found this, another shed. I've been finding a lot of deer poop around here, and like right there, boom. And then I found this, so we're wandering around here. It's the second week in a row I found a deer antler, which is unusual, but just had a 75 and popped it out of this hole. It's right there. It's thin, super duper thin. Don't know if it's a coin. If it is, it's a British coin. Oh, it's a token. That's cool. Oh, it's a dog tag. I wonder if I'm with this very big dog. Dog tax paid. 1920 maybe? Yeah, 1920. Just found something that I'm sure someone out there will know what it is. It is definitely a tool of some sort. It's brass or copper. It's got that point on it, and it looks like it broke off maybe a stick or something. So I'm thinking it was for grabbing something maybe off trees, harvesting or something like that. Maybe a piece of horse tack. Hoping you guys can help me out with this one, but haven't ever come across anything like this before, so that's what it looks like. I think I have a utensil handle here. There. Not a utensil handle. Only pewter. I don't know what this is. It's coming up as an 8081. Thought it was a coin for sure. Looks like it broke off on this end. I don't know if it broke off on this end. There's a surface find right there. It's like a... Oh, wait a second. That is a fly reel. How about that? That's a first for me. An old fly reel for a fishing pole. Wow, it's almost all intact too. Handle is plastic, so can't be that old. Huh. Okay, a tiny little buckle. Looks like it'll be my last dig for the night. This was deep. This was way down there, probably 8 inches or so, maybe 9. I like that. It's a good find for the end of the day. I gotta get back here too before they bulldoze this place, which is what's gonna happen. Okay, here's the roundup for that property that I was hunting. This is the fly fishing reel. 2 pocket knives. They were right near one another, and they're in really good shape, but you still can't. They're still all rusted in, so you still can't take any of the knives or blades out. A little piece of fancy. Here's that hook. It's probably about 10 inches long, and it's either copper or bronze. Looks like you might be able to use it for like knitting or something like that. Okay, this row, this is a Lola GT70 from 1962 Hot Wheel. I thought it was kind of cool the way it has the engine compartment that can open and close. This is kind of neat. I thought it was a reed for like some kind of musical instrument, but it turns out it's got fancy on it, so it might be like a clip or a hairbread or something like that. This was what I thought was the 2-cent piece, but it turns out it's it's not a pocket watch. It's actually a wristwatch, I think. The guts-up one. Thought this was a shotgun shell, but it turns out it's a crushed general service button. You can see the eagle with the shield in the center there, and then the stars on the outside. So that was a kind of a happy find. Okay, this is the flat button. I think this is lead, but I mean it's real heavy for its size, and you can see that it doesn't have a shank. It has a back mark, but I think it was black or lead button. Little snap with a cool design on it. Did find a toe tap. That's the little debuckle that I found at the very end of the video. This is that utensil. I thought maybe it might be pewter, but now I'm thinking it's just solid copper or bronze. I don't know. It's the right size to be like tableware, some kind of tableware, or maybe cooking. 2 wheats in 1924 and 1934. And the top row is the dog tax license from 1920. That's an old one. It's the third oldest one I found. And this is the watch fob for the Morton Monument Association. You can see a guy on there with a tri-cornered hat on a pedestal. And on the back it has a like a wreath, and I think there's supposed to be a name inscribed in it, but there's no name on this one. But that was a great find, and it was laying right on top of the leaf litter. And then the two Indians, the first one, the obverse is beat. Backside is in better shape, the reverse. This one's from 1867, and then this was right next to it, and it's in 1865. And check it out, it's in great shape. So it's actually probably the best Indian I've ever taken out of the ground. It's you can see Liberty on her headdress there, and the backside with the reverse looks just as good. 1865. It's the first year they came out in bronze, and it was the end of the Civil War, 1865. So that's an old coin. All right, that's the roundup. Until next week, always be looking down.